Rip.
That really F's me up. He's 2'8", or was 2'8". Oh. Guy was so awesome. God darn it. So they probably, realistically, they probably won't do another Austin Powers. Let's be real.
Probably not.
You don't have Vern Troyer. Like, come on.
You can't do one without like Mini-Me. Mini-Me was like the best character almost.
Literally made it. I swear. Yeah, I don't know. There must have been another person that passed away you're thinking of that's similar.
Yeah. In
the acting community. I can't think of anyone right now because everyone else I'm thinking of is like, what's his name from Game of Thrones? Peter Dinklage,
but he's still alive.
And he's still alive. And then the guy from Jackass, I can't think of his name right now.
Wee Man.
Is he Wee Man? Why?
Yeah,
how's he like? Okay, yeah, that's
who he's Wee Man.
Yeah, fucking god dang it.
And there's also that other little guy, that's in everything. Warwick. I'm a Davis.
Why do I not know who that is?
He's from like Willow and Harry Potter and.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Just
other little characters.
Yeah. That's rad.
He was an Ewok. Yes, he was an Ewok.
Oh my god, that's like another topic I want to discuss, actually. Peter Dinklage. Can I please put that in there?
Yes!
I am upset about him as well.
Really? I gotta know why.
Not upset. Snow White?
Yeah?
There was like a...
Yeah! That whole rant he went on.
Yeah, and it pissed a bunch of other dwarfs off because it's... Anyways, I would love to bring that up next week as well.
Yes. Yeah. So next week might just be a shit talking people.
We're just probably gonna shit talk celebrities next week. So just be prepared for that. I'm ready.
Yes.
There's been a lot. I mean, it's kind of not the best topic, I guess, in most scenarios.
It's a good topic.
Been pretty up there. It's up there. I know a lot of people.
I love to hear why people don't like certain people. If I personally don't have a problem, I want to know why you have a problem with them.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm curious. I like that. I'm very much always curious why someone doesn't like someone too, because it gives me a perspective. Like, I never thought of it in that way, or them in that way, or experienced that in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or felt that way, or whatever. Or whatever. I'm trying to think of someone else I don't like right now, and I can't. Ryan Reynolds is top on my list right now.
There's Ryan Reynolds. I don't like that girl. I can never say her goddamn name, but she's from Lost and she plays Kate if you watch Lost. Evangeline something. And she was in The Hobbit and I just don't like her. If she's in like Ant-Man and the Wasp. She plays a fucking wasp. Evangeline. Yes, that's her stupid name. I don't like her. And
I don't know who she is. I don't think I've ever seen anything with her in it.
Good. Don't. She's...
Yeah.
I don't like her. I don't like her. And it was before... Even before I had my reasoning of not, like, actually liking her, I didn't like her just because she just gave me this ick vibe. But I do have, like, a legit reason now to not like her.
It's a good cast in Lost.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, freaking...
Lost is so good. I loved Lost so much.
Oh, did you ever watch the show Once Upon a Time?
I tried. The Child.
Okay.
I could not watch it because of the boy. I couldn't. He was
How far did you get?
Season 1. Mid season 1 because I just couldn't.
Oh man.
I couldn't deal with him.
I don't know why I got sucked into that show, and I agree with the kid.
I wanted to. It was right up my alley. But that child, I couldn't.
You know who bothered me more was his biological mom, the blonde. She bugged me more than anybody in that show.
That's
personally.
Fair. I just don't like it in shows when kids
she's a terrible actress.
Kids act more adult than they are, or they're supposed to be like the all-knowing child, and I'm like, you're a child. Shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They just...
Yeah, he was... Yeah. I feel that.
I wanted to love that show so much, though. I wanted to, deep down.
It was good until
it wasn't.
No, it was good until until it wasn't. Until it got too. It just got. I don't know. It went off too far in this whole other place it didn't need to go.
Yeah.
But it did get, like, they did bring in Elsa and Anna, which I thought was really great. And was that in the first season?
Buzz. I don't know.
No,
It's just like I heard the big buzz about Elsa and Anna.
They brought a lot of really good characters into it. So it was like, but George Garcia, which is Hugo in Lost, he is a character in that. And he's actually...
I love him!
Yeah. So... That's why I was like, oh, have you seen Once Upon a Time? Because he's in, I don't remember what season, but...
Lost is a great show. Season 5 kind of, like, goes fucking crazy, and then Season 6 gets back to the core of what the show is. But Season 5 is they lose their fucking minds. Like, when they wrote the show, apparently.
I hate it when shows just... I just hate it when they are on a good path, and they just... go some crazy way and then they come back.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like I always you almost always will lose interest.
Every show has a bad season. Let's be fair.
True.
Every long-running show has a bad season. Like if it's 3 seasons long, you're not gonna have a bad season because it's 3. But if it's if it's more than 5, you will have bad seasons.
Mm-hmm. What season are you in, George Garcia?
I love him because he randomly shows up in a bunch of shows. Like he was in like a couple of episodes of how I Met Your Mother. Just randomly, he just shows up and I'm like, it's Hurley. Hurley's on the show. And like he just randomly appears, has the most random parts in shows, and I'm like. Always like it's Hurley, and it's like we're currently watching what the hell show are we currently watching? I'm Yellowstone, and the guy from Lost that plays I'm Sawyer is in it, and I'm like this show is so Sawyer-esque that of course you're in this show. Of course you're part of this cowboy show. Because you're Sawyer, and you're always going to be Sawyer to me, no matter what role you are. You are Sawyer. Everywhere.
You're always going to be that.
I've seen him, other stuff, I'm always like, Sawyer. Mm-hmm. That's who you are. Because Lost, for me, played a pretty big part in my life, I guess. As stupid as that sounds.
No, not
because my dad bought season 1 when it first came out, and he watched it when he was like out on the road alone because he was like truck driving, and he kept busy watching shows in the evening. He comes home and he's like, "Everyone, sit down. We're watching this show because this show's so good because it's brand new and like everyone was excited by Lost." And every Christmas we would get the new box set of Lost, and on
I love it.
Boxing Day, we would literally sit there all day and watch Lost. That was a thing for like 5 years.
That is awesome. I love that.
Yeah. And we were all like, we were in Lost. We were like, all intensely watching Lost.
Oh, I love that. That is great. What a great tradition to have.
Yeah.
And you're going to have it forever. It's having that show.
That show is just so special to me.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I've never seen it. I'd love to check. I need to check it out.
The ending is very, it's a controversial ending. Either you're going to hate it or you're going to love it. I personally love it. Jordan personally hates it. There's no in between of if it's, that was an okay ending. You will not have those feelings. It's either hate or love.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
And it's, how many seasons is Lost? Pretty big show, right?
There's only 6 seasons.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I remember that was super hype. Super hype.
Yeah, Lost was very hype, and I was in that hype. But season 5 gets fucking weird. But you do have to watch it.
all these shows. I'm just thinking, like, Walking Dead was one that I definitely I watched for a long time and stopped. Actually, I lost interest after they killed Glenn, even though I know it was
Fuck
part of the
Glenn.
comics. I literally was like, nope, I don't care.
We still have to watch the final season that's going on right now. Actually, I think Jordan said that they're breaking it up to 3 parts.
Because it's the final
which
one, right?
majorly pisses me off because I'm like, you guys are just money-hungry fuckers now.
That's whack.
It's whack. Why? Why are you breaking it up into three parts? There's no need. Just
well,
end
at least
it.
they're not doing it dirty like freaking.
They might
I
be.
mean, that kind of sucks, but at least they're not doing it like Game of Thrones, where they just like felt like it was rushed. At least maybe they're trying to give it some more,
They
substance,
are,
but
and
like,
then
why?
there's also going to be 3 movies after it eventually. So there's a final season, and then there's going to be 3 movies, and the 3 movies will have to do. You weren't far enough into, like, if you stopped at Glenn, what am I going to say?
It won't be a spoiler. I don't.
Do you care about spoilers?
No.
Okay.
No, with Walking Dead, no, not at all.
Okay, so there's this other group of people, the Circle people, and they're like this advanced group of people. And they're doing tests and they're scientists. We don't, at this point, she says she doesn't care about spoilers, so I'm going to spoil the hell out of this. So yeah, there's these Circle people, and they're advanced, and they're doing medical research. We don't fully know what the hell's going on. Rick, as you probably heard, left the show. Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. So Rick left the show, but the Circle people took him. So he technically didn't leave the show in a way that he's like, I'm never coming back. It's because he wanted a break from the show because he spent like the last 6 or so years doing it. He wanted to be with his family because he's originally from like overseas.
Australia or something, right?
He's from England. And when the
is he from England?
When the show started, his wife had their first baby. So throughout this poor child's life for the next 6 years, Dad's been in and out. And he's like, I need to spend time with my family.
I feel it. Okay.
And then, so the Circle people took him. And then, in a couple seasons later, I think it was like the last season, Michonne left the show. Yeah, Michonne leaves the show. Partially because her personal career is kicking off.
Right.
And she got no time for that Walking Dead time.
Got no time for these zombies.
But in the movies, Michonne and Rick are part of them.
Interesting.
To be fair, the last I heard about these movies was pre-COVID. So I don't know what's happening if these movies are actually happening. But I hope they do, because supposedly they have to do with these Circle people, which I personally became obsessed with. Because I want to know more about these Circle people.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
And like they made a spin-off show of a group of people that came from the Circle people. So like you do kind of learn more, but I want all the deets on these Circle people. Mm-hmm. So the side stories are going to be wrapped up in the show, and then the big monster story is going to be wrapped up in the 3 movies with Rick and Michonne.
Right.
Essentially.
I mean, that's not the worst way to just finish it off, I guess. I mean,
yeah. And also, they've been planning this for a good while. It's not just they're like, oh, by the way, we're doing movies. Yeah. It's like they've been talking about this for like a solid I feel like 10 years. They've been talking about these movies.
Yeah.
But like I said, that was pre-COVID, then. So
yeah. And well, I mean, now that COVID's on whatever stage it's at now, maybe things will change with the production on that. Who knows? But
yeah,
I mean, hopefully Rick or the actor or whatever got the break he needed. I don't blame him for wanting to be with his, because that was a labor intensive job, I'm sure.
Yeah,
like,
he had to go from England to the States, and his family did like come with him occasionally, but their main base was overseas. They didn't really live full time in the States.
I don't know. I probably would have been with my husband.
Yeah, but they didn't want to raise their kids in the States.
That's fair.
Because fuck America.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It's hard. Once again, dilemma.
Yeah. Oh boy, I don't know. That's rough. I get it, but that's rough. I get why he took break too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
makes sense.
He made that moolah, so he's free to do whatever he wants now.
I need to go take a break and be with my family. You guys can just put me in the circle. I'll come back. Do some movies after a couple years of a break. Thank you. I've got my money.
I will say that the way that they ended him, like, he of course didn't die, but that episode was so good. That was such a solid episode. I was so emotional like the whole fucking time. I feel like that they gave him a really good send off.
That's good.
That's Michonne was kind of like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go search. She left to search for Rick. I'm pretty sure.
Well, they were lovers. Last I saw. So,
and I'm for them, even though people were weirded out by Rick and Michonne. I liked it.
I was all for it. I was like, hell yeah. Rick's been through enough. She's been through enough. They had a connection, like literally. I mean, they had a connection. They trusted each other. I loved that connection. That they had. I loved it. In fact, right now it's stuck in my head. Their love scene. Yeah, like I still have that like in my head. And like,
spoilers, they had a kid.
Oh God!
Like, well,
we had kids in Apocalypse.
Well, she was pregnant, and then Rick died. So, like, but like we didn't know she was pregnant. It's just like, oh, because like what they did in the show, they had once Rick died, they had, I think it was like a 9-year time jump. They had a time jump in the show.
Okay.
So the baby, whatever her name was, she's now like a 6-7-year-old child now.
And that's
Rick's baby with his wife.
Daughter. The first one, right? Or we don't know if Michonne has a daughter or a son. Never mind. Yeah, so the girl. Wait, did Carl die?
Yes, Carl died because we've talked about that. Remember, I felt bad because I was shit talking him all these years, and then he was finally getting good, and then he died, and I felt personally bad for shit talking Carl. Carl.
That was a meme for so long. I
loved it. So good.
Great. I always think of him when I think of that show, of him kind of venturing. I think he was by himself and he was eating the giant bucket of chocolate pudding.
In The Walking Dead?
Yeah. It's like early seasons.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
A long time ago. I don't know why. That's a substantial memory for me, is him eating a giant thing of chocolate pudding.
I love it.
Yeah. And so I was like, that's legit. He was looking for food and he was by himself. I think I kind of want to say it was just when it was Rick and Carl for a short period of time.
Yeah, in like season 3 or something like that.
Yeah, before they had like the group the main hub of a group that they had, or maybe they got separated or something from the group or something. But
after the prison, I think you're talking about.
Baby, yeah, it was
or after the farm. I don't know.
Maybe after I think it was actually before that creepy town with the whatever his name is, the
governor.
See the governor. In the end, he had like his daughter was a zombie underneath.
The governor, I think.
Was he the governor?
I think that was the governor.
I can't remember.
That was
but he had his little town.
Yeah,
I think it was between. Because it was the prison, it was the farm, the prison, and then that, right?
I think the prison and the governor were at the same time, because the governor was the bad guy in the prison. Because the governor attacks the prison and Herschel dies.
But then they move, so it must have been after the farm or something. I don't remember. Yeah. Either way, I just specifically remember him eating a thing of chocolate pudding. I don't know why. It's so weird.
Well, I will say that this podcast is 3 hours long and I need to edit this.
And we should probably go, and I kind of want to hop in the shower before bed. So
me too.
I agree with you. I mean, we honestly didn't have a lot of paused moments, and if you want to just keep it to just passengers for the edit, and then we could do the other section or whatever. But that's, I totally get it. Yeah. What a great podcast tonight. Good topics. Great movie.
Woo, 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 woo. I knew that this movie would cause a conversation. Cause it causes it whenever we watch it alone. Every time.
So much to talk about with it. I mean, honestly. Oh, that was a great movie. I highly appreciate the suggestion. Next week is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
We have lots of fun stuff to talk about. Love and hate celebrities. Here we go.
And even just people that give us that ick feeling that we can't put our fingers on it, but there's just something there.
Like my coworker. Totally. Totally. Yes. Gives me the weird icks big time.
XXX.
I don't know about it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a blast. We appreciate y'all being here. You guys are amazing. Jordan and Goofin, thanks for always being active in chat. We love you.
Yes.
And yeah, we should send a raid to somebody. What do you think?
I don't know who's playing.
Me neither.
So I picked the last one, so you can pick this one. Did anyone partying?
We could go to Jazz.
Sure, we can go to Jazz.
He's chilling.
Jazzy boy.
So funny. I'm looking on like my Khalees thing and I'm seeing Wawta Podcast just chatting like live on there. You know, it's kind of funny to see it. Like, hey. All right, guys. Y'all have a great evening. We love you and see you next week, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If anything changes, we will announce it on Twitter. But for now, that is the stamped of approval notice of our next live. So we love y'all. Let's go send some love to Jazz and his community.
Okay. Woo!
Good night.
Good night. Let's go to the end screen. Nice.